Now to those who are working. CBS 2's Chris Tye is always investigating and tackles the gray area surrounding what exactly the term essential services means. Chris.
Yeah, Erica, we're all starting to learn this a little bit, right? We're learning that barbers and salons are not essential, but funeral homes and pharmacies are essential. But as we learned today, there is one industry that has a whole lot of gray attached to it, and as we learned, a lot of anger, too. Construction. While it wasn't brick and mortar, when the governor constructed his policy on what's essential work in a post-COVID Illinois, he gave wide berth to the industry that puts thousands to work in this state, including but not limited to construction, required in response to this public health emergency, hospital construction, construction of long-term care facilities, public work construction, and housing construction.
To me, I just feel like they're really putting a lot of people in a lot of risk.
Madeline Kidd's ex-husband and father to her children works at this construction site, a downtown office tower, where today work continues. And CBS 2 found workers both in close proximity and without masks.
I don't think new construction for corporate offices downtown are essential. I think that's people worrying about the bottom line of how much money they're going to make.
With narrow platforms and tight elevators, outside doesn't mean out of harm's way. Her pediatrician encouraging the kid's father to steer clear of the kids until risk factors drop.
Now he can't see his kids, none of those things, because there's a risk that he's been exposed.
The president of the Chicago Federation of Labor today told CBS 2 there are ways to run these jobs and be compliant with all CDC and OSHA guidelines. But it's not a given that every site will be operated in that manner. We ask workers at these sites if proper protocol isn't taking place, call your union and alert them. There are some other industries that we have heard folks scratching their heads a little bit about why they have been given the green light, like car dealerships or liquor stores or cannabis shops. When you go through the 11 pages from Governor Pritzker's edict from last week that goes through what industries are considered essential, there is no explanation of why they're getting that green light. And so, Brad and Erica, a lot of folks just left to ask questions. Live at State and Superior tonight, Chris Tye, CBS 2 News.
So, Chris, talking about these gray areas, you dug a little deeper, though, with this essential versus non-essential. What were you finding?
Yeah, it's really tricky. If you have a company, say, that you either work for or maybe you own that does some sort of cleaning or some sort of security, does that mean your entire company gets to stay open? We called the governor's office to ask that exact question today, and they said, we don't have the answer, but there's a hotline that's been established by the Department of Commerce in the state of Illinois. So we called that hotline. This is sort of reminiscent of what Vince Gerasoli was just talking about. The hotline rings and rings. It finally gets to a voicemail box that is full. You can't leave a message. It says you can send us an email to ask your question. So we did that. It gets an auto reply back that says we'll get to you at some point. And so folks who are waiting with bated breath to find out if their business can stay open, they are learning the grueling reality that the road to finding out if you're essential or not is essentially a rocky road, guys.
Yeah, Chris, someone should just let state government know in general, phone trees do not work. Pandemics prior to going forward. Another thing, though, could essential work today be deemed non-essential work tomorrow? I would imagine this is going to be fluid and these things could change day to day.
Absolutely. I was on a conference call today with a number of unions that were talking amongst themselves, letting the media listen in. This is very much fluid. We're talking about everything from policies for bus drivers, from PACE and CTA, to food preparation, to should auto dealers be out there doing that? Should folks be able to come in to buy a new car, or can you only go in for service? This is one of these things that we're going to see ebbs and flows as days turn into weeks, turn into months. There is no doubt in my mind, and a lot of experts that I spoke with, that this is going to evolve every day.
All right, Chris Tye live for us. Thank you for all that information.